The rain fell hard over the harbor of Varenport, each drop slicing through the fog like shards of cold glass. The sea raged beneath it, restless and unforgiving, throwing itself against the wooden docks with a fury that matched the wind's howl. Lanterns swung wildly, their faint golden light trembling over puddles and shadows. Aiden Vale pulled his hood tighter against the downpour. He wasn't there to admire the storm. Somewhere in this chaos waited his contact, the first step in a mission far larger than he'd yet understood. The parchment, tucked in his cloak, bore the royal seal, its message burned into his thoughts. Recover the Crystal of Aetheria. Trust no one. A simple command, yet one heavy enough to break kingdoms. He crossed the slick cobblestones toward a dimly lit tavern at the far end of the pier. The Siren's Call. The place had a reputation. Men went in for drink or deals and often left without one of those things. Sometimes without either. Aiden pushed through the heavy oak doors, greeted by the thick smell of salt, smoke, and old wood. Inside, the air pulsed with noise, pirates laughing over spilled ale, dice tumbling across uneven tables, and a bard's half-hearted song drifting through the chatter. He scanned the room. His contact wasn't there. But before he could take a seat, a voice called out, smooth as silk, but with an edge sharp enough to draw blood. Careful, hero. That seat's taken. Aiden turned. She sat with her boots propped on the table, a silver cup in one hand, confidence in every line of her posture. Dark hair framed her face, rain-speckled and wild, while her sea-green eyes gleamed with mischief and intelligence. "And who might you be?" he asked, keeping his tone flat. "The one who just saved you from being stabbed," she replied casually, tilting her head toward the man behind him. "What?" Before the word was out, she grabbed his collar and pulled him down, just as a dagger whistled through the air and buried itself into the pillar where his head had been a heartbeat ago. "See," she said, smirking as if nothing unusual had happened. "You owe me a drink." Aiden blinked, half stunned, half irritated. "You planned that, didn't you?" "Maybe." Her grin widened. "But it worked, didn't it?" Before he could respond, the tavern doors burst open with a thunderclap. 5 men entered, broad-shouldered, armed, and marked by crimson armbands. Mercenaries, the kind who didn't ask questions before killing. Aiden's hand went instinctively to his sword. The woman didn't move. She only looked at him, eyes bright, amused, daring. "Let me guess," she murmured, twirling the cup in her hand. "You're here for the Crystal of Aetheria too?" His pulse quickened. "How do you—" "Because," she interrupted, her voice a soft challenge, "I'm the one who stole the map to it." Then the room exploded into motion. The mercenaries lunged. Aiden's blade flashed, steel meeting steel with a clash that silenced every other sound. The woman, whoever she was, moved like lightning. She vaulted over a table, kicking one man square in the jaw, sending him sprawling into a row of barrels. "Name's Lyra," she called over the noise, spinning her daggers with a dancer's grace. "You might want to remember it. I'm your new partner." "I don't work with thieves," Aiden growled, parrying another blow. "Too bad," she replied, eyes glinting. "You already are." They fought side by side, back to back, their rhythm instinctive and chaotic, yet strangely in sync. When the last mercenary hit the floor, the tavern lay in shambles. Lyra wiped her blade clean on a fallen cloak, then grabbed Aiden's arm. Time to run. Run? Now! Before he could argue, she yanked open the back door and pulled him into the storm. They sprinted across the dock, boots splashing through rainwater, until a small sailing ship came into view, the Silver Whisper. Lyra leapt aboard, untying the ropes with practiced speed. The wind caught her hair as she spun the wheel, the ship creaking to life beneath the thunder's growl. "Where do you think you're going?" Aiden shouted over the storm. "To the Isle of Whispers," she said. "That's where the first piece of the crystal's map lies." He narrowed his eyes. "And you expect me to trust you?" She stepped close enough that her breath mingled with his, the storm forgotten for a fleeting moment. "Trust me? Oh no, Aiden Fail." Her smile was a dangerous thing. "I expect you to chase me." Then, with a playful shove, she sent him stumbling backward into a pile of ropes as the ship surged into the open sea. Lightning streaked across the horizon, painting her silhouette in silver. And for the first time in a long while, Aiden felt the fire of something he hadn't known he missed: life. This wasn't just another mission. It was the beginning of an adventure, one led by a woman who was chaos and charm in equal measure, who could drive him mad and make him smile in the same breath. And somewhere deep inside, he knew it. He'd never be the same again.